I think so.
We're here.
Yeah. Happy Friday and hello everyone. Welcome to Threeflings. We are the only show on Twitch, period. Actually, semicolon. With 3 tieflings every Friday night. Threeflings is a collection of one-shot adventures from the UNCAGED Anthology. So if this is your first episode or your 50th, welcome. You are all caught up. Tonight we are playing The Fall of Pygmalion by S.T. Manel from Uncaged Volume 3 with Yukiona on the cover. And without further ado, let's meet our Tiefs, starting by welcoming back Ink. Tell us about your Tief.
Hello, my name is Ink. I am back this week playing your Pact of the Tome Warlock Ophelia. She is your magical girl frog queen like normal, and I am very excited for you all to see what she has gotten now that we are at a new level. Finally.
We made it.
Zan, welcome back. Tell us about your Tief.
Hi, I'm Zan, and I will be playing Shy, our resident knowledge cleric, who will throw the book at you. And she's a cleric of the Bright Horns, which means she has very glowy, very fancy horns.
And lastly, never leastly, Gwen, tell us about your Tief.
I'm playing Adara, our resident fighty bitey tiefling. She has no magic, but she won't let that stop her from starting trouble. With her warg puppy Crouton. Sorry, my adrenaline's really high from troubleshooting our music bot like right before we went live, so I'm just like recalibrating still.
And tonight's adventure has a couple content warnings. It will feature implied parental abuse and snakes. So if either of those are triggers for you, feel free to duck out, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Although, as this is Threeflings, there are always snakes on the table. So, who wants to give us... I mean, they're in staff form most of the time. But, who would like to give us previously on Threeflings?
So, last time, we got summoned before a queen, who was a very nice half-woman, half-snake lady, who has been having visions about her children being killed and asked us to save them. So we had to go visit each of the 5 children, persuade them that there were in fact in danger, and that their mother wanted them to come visit. So it was all family drama, and one of them was an opera singer, one of them was a professor, which I decided to see alone, and very good thing that she did. One was a garbage man, but and I mean just that he tried to hit on 3 tieflings that could not be more uninterested.
Yeah, he really doubled down on the lesbian specifically.
It's like the only one I was really afraid that we wouldn't get was the assassin, who decided to jump us, didn't believe a word we were saying, and I thought we were going to be forced to harm and or kill him. But luckily, Adara ended up sitting on him long enough that we could convince him to at least just go after his sisters and accompany them. And I think our favorite, though, was Minotaur Man, who was general in the army, but there was going to be a mutiny. So we basically protected him from the mutiny, and then showed up to receive our reward for saving all the kids. And I think we did really well.
Yeah.
You did. You got so many presents.
We did a great job, and we didn't murder even the most obnoxious of her children. What more can you ask for?
Distance.
Totally worth a point of inspiration between you. You also were given, you ran into that same Tabaxi courier again, or should I say, the Tabaxi courier ran exhaustedly into you. Slapped a letter in your hand.
Can we please get a name? It's like, since we're going to be seeing you a lot, it seems.
Yeah. Chat, you can pick her name.
We'll just keep going.
We will keep going. Chat, name the Tabaxi courier who is harried and always giving them letters. It should be Jess.
She has letters if you have
Oh
coins.
no.
It's Trisket.
Harrietta. Oh, I love
I
that.
like that.
Oh,
Good job,
love
Dee.
that.
Good name.
Harrietta, the Fleet of Feet.
That's
So,
a tongue twister.
now that you have time, you can look at this letter. It has, it's a stiff white envelope, and the edges are stained green, like bone dipped in algae. A wax seal pins the envelope shut, scintillating dully between drab copper and silver tones. Hefting the envelope back and forth, you can feel a heavy thumb-sized object within.
It's a thumb.
You know, Shai is the only one that's going to be examining the letter this closely.
Yeah.
Does she recognize the seal?
Give me a history check.
I can do that. Story. That'll be a 21.
Oh, yeah. You know that this is the royal seal of the city of Pygmalion. And you further know that the city of Pygmalion collapsed over 2,000 years ago, though there's various accounts of what befell the city. What's generally accepted is that a war was fought over the marriage of Pygmalion's beautiful princess Galatea.
I am instantly interested. I open the envelope.
Inside is a letter, again, bone white with shimmering green, silver ink, much to, I assume, Adara's annoyance, who was pissed at the gold ink last letter.
We just talked
You
about
know, my
this.
horns
This is
help with
illegible.
this.
How are you supposed to read it?
This is one of the reasons for the horns. I mean, shining the light on it makes them appear.
A light makes it worse.
The letter says, "Greetings, heroes. Words of your deeds has reached me, and I ask that you lend me your skill. Enclosed in this envelope, you will find half of the key to the lost vault of Pygmalion, which I offer as proof of its existence. I await your aid within the throne room of Pygmalion's ruined palace, where, together with my half of the key, we will open the vault and claim its riches. I have included a map to the palace. Stick to the roads, for the way is dangerous. Your timely arrival will prove your worth." The letter is signed simply with the letter G. Half of a clock-winding key is in the envelope.
So, Adara,
Yeah.
remember the last time we went dungeon delving?
They all kind of blur together after a while. Is there a specific one you're thinking of?
Oh, well, this one has a vault.
Ah. That'll be fine. We don't usually have problems with vaults.
So I thought you'd be interested.
Yeah. Do they just want us to pop open the vault? Is that... I can't read this
Well-
fucking letter.
We have one of the keys, and the person who wrote this letter has the other one. We will meet them in the ruins of Pygmalion and open a vault. I assume that there's going to be some danger, or else they would open it by themselves.
I mean, that's where all the fun stuff is, so... yeah, let's go. I kind of assume that you're, like, keeping an itinerary, right? We can just go straight to this one. We don't have, like, somewhere else to be.
I believe our last engagement was the only one on record.
Hell yeah, let's go.
It's like, Ophelia, how do you feel about going dungeon diving?
With you guys?
Yeah, you can come.
Oh, that's right. It was
Oh,
Tori
yeah,
last
she's not.
time.
It's just the two of us. We'll probably pick up an errant tiefling on the way.
Yes.
Let's say you're about a day's ride from the wasteland, and you just so happen to run into Ophelia on that way.
Hello again.
Hey, so Were you visiting your mom? How is she?
She's been really good. I got to learn some new stuff. I got to meet some new people. I got to see those hellhounds we met that one time. They're doing really good.
Oh.
Uh, it's
Have
been
you
fun.
convinced them to come back to the material plane yet? Is it called that in D&D? It's probably called that here. The corporeal realm, as it were.
I, yeah, my mom wants to see how it goes with Fred and Crouton first, because she's afraid that if we add too many dogs at once, it's going to be overwhelming and then they might fight. So we have to see how this goes, especially because Crouton's not like fully trained yet.
All right. I related. First of all, fuck you. Training is a process. Second of all, related to the too many dogs thing. Vittori also has a dog now. So.
Yes, a very fun, very well trained direwolf, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think my mom knows about that.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she'll find out eventually. Anyway, we're gonna go like dungeon delving. You want to come?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
We could use to try out the new stuff.
So far, all we know is that there's a locked vault. And probably
Yes.
danger.
Ooh.
A locked vault located in a city that evidently fell to ruin some time ago. The accounts vary on how it came to be that way.
Do any of the accounts involve, like, you know, big old thematic disaster? Like, are we walking into, like, an active volcano site? Or something that would be, like, useful planning-wise? Or are they more, like, you know, oh, the gods just decided they didn't like it anymore?
Most of the accounts leave that out and focus more on what I consider the
war.
The war. A war happened.
All right.
Is it like a City of Atlantis thing where it's just like gone?
Hopefully
just
not.
it felt. Well, it can't be gone, but it might be hidden a bit.
It's also, did Shai mention the part where this was like written or with like the seal of this kingdom that's been like gone for a very long time? So that's kind of weird. If it's been gone for thousands of years and somebody like is still using their seal.
Well, it could be a survivor of the royal family, some descendant. It could be a great number of things.
Yeah.
It could have been a timed letter that was only released now. Who knows?
And it knew about us? That's creepy. I hate that.
Well, considering the fact that it seems to always be 3 tieflings when something like this goes down, I'm not sure I can rule anything out at this point. It's unlikely, but
yeah.
Not impossible.
Are we there yet?
So, about after half a day, you notice that the earth turns lifeless. The trees wither and get twisted. Instead of grass, it looks more like ash. And as you continue to walk, the air grows cold, still, and eerily quiet. There's no birds here, nor even insects. You hear the faint pulsing of your own blood inside your head. A green fog descends on you, thickening as you press on, until you can barely see the road a few feet before you.
Are we going the right way? Because this seems really ominous and not so much as like looking for a town that somehow went missing.
I mean,
well, a city, but also, they did say to stay to the roads as there was a great many perilous things. So I'm going. Can I make a survival check? Make sure we are in fact going the right way.
You can.
That'll be a 19.
Okay. tough, but you can see the road ahead of you. It's tough, but you can figure out that you're following the roads. It is unfortunate that you do not have a ranger or a druid with you, or you could make a nature check to maybe figure out what was going on here.
Ruh-roh.
You know, could I make a nature check right now?
Yeah, you can.
Let's see.
Adara and Ophelia are like, haha.
Adara's just looking around at all the
now.
fog, like, why the fuck is it green? What makes green fog?
Oh, this.
It's thematic.
Air algae.
It's like it's been a while since I've made a nature check, and not the best, but not the worst either. 11?
Better than average.
So, not the best, but you can tell that there's some kind of curse going on here.
Yep. Okay. And it's a curse that's in the land, or is there direction on it?
Not within 11, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay. It's like, well, something around here is cursed.
Yeah, that
When
tracks.
people say perils, they mean like animals, not like green fog.
I mean, historically, based on the perils we've run into, it's kind of 50-50 whether it's going to be like, you know, a creature or some magic bullshit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Since you rocked that survive check, though, you can stay on the road and easily see the quicksand that lines the path, and do not fall in.
Oh, my
good.
childhood fear. Everything is becoming realized.
Thanks, Shy.
It's like I imagine like a Shy just kind of like does the reaching out and like tugging on sleeves to make sure that they don't get too far from the middle of the path, and it's just like, okay.
Please, children.
Did you see Todd Kenrick today posted something that was like, my childhood fear of quicksand has changed into my adult fear of gender reveal parties.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, at that point, they're basically the same thing. All-consuming, destructive, fear-inducing. They
The
suck.
difference is that quicksand isn't actually that big of a, like, you know, threat to
Isn't that big of a deal?
people's lives.
Quicksand
unless
gender
it's-
reveal party, step your game up.
Oh no.
Unless it's, what was it, the extremely quicksand.
The
The
lightning sand.
The lightning sand, that was it.
So walking through this green, sickening fog in this decaying forest, you find yourself at an open gate and crumbling stone walls. You have arrived at the city of Pygmalion.
Ooh.
Easy.
Alright.
Yeah,
So now we just have to find the palace.
yeah. Doesn't seem very disappeared to me.
I mean, like, it's not inhabited, so functionally it's gone. It's just got some bones.
I mean, lots of things have bones.
Yeah. But if there's a palace, it's probably like, what, in the middle? Or like, is there a hill? It's probably on the hill.
I'm so glad you asked. Upon entering the city, you find it empty save for the many statues dotting the streets. Some are frozen in terror, as though fleeing for their lives. Others are locked in eternal battle, leaping towards some unseen foe. Here and there, you see statues which have toppled over, cracking into pieces. You stop before a perfectly recreated human face lying amidst the cobbles. From the gates of the city, you see the shape of the palace looming through the fog in the distance.
I think we need to investigate these statues a bit. We've run into a fair number of things at this point that can turn people to stone, and these would be weird things to just sculpt.
Yeah. It's like, would there be a way for me to tell if they were magically turned to stone, or if someone has decided to make a really interesting art project.
Oh, yes, we got the Medusa at the what is it called? The Serpent's Tooth. Who
Huh.
used this now?
Yeah, you could give me an investigation or arcana check
Okay.
on some of these
Oh,
statues.
baby.
Sure.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay, not bad. First roll back.
23 on investigation.
Oh, shit.
I got a natural 20, and I decided to do Arcana, so that's 27.
I get a
Ooh.
13 on Arcana, so good to know that this is normal at this point.
Shai and Adara just snap into like, we have a project mode.
I could fix this.
So, yeah, you all have encountered this before, and you even way back in the day, I'm going to say Adara and Ophelia, you remember when you first met Medi and encountered that entire city wall made out of statues.
Yup.
This is very reminiscent of that. These seem to be less carved and more petrified.
What's their clothing and like general wear and tear situation?
The clothing looks ancient, like thousands of years old.
All right.
It's preserved.
Long time to have been turned into stone.
Yeah.
Just a quick question. From that adventure, that wand of stone to flesh, do I have it only works in one direction, correct? It doesn't work in the other direction.
Like you could unpetrify somebody.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know if it only
That's what it's for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it takes
nice.
stone and turns it back into flesh.
Okay, I was like, does it also go the opposite way in case these people then want to kill us because they're like, hey, welcome to the party.
We can unpetrify one, and then we can definitely take them in a fight because they haven't moved for like 200 years, so their muscles have for sure atrophied.
Over 2,000 years.
2,000. Both are true.
I mean, yeah,
both are true.
But also, we might want to wait on that until we know the situation. I mean, we could take weeks just like unpetrifying these people one by one, but there might be a better way of doing that.
Yeah. Well,
I was more thinking we could figure out what's going on.
yeah, well, I mean, we're meeting a person who sent us a letter, so they might have insights.
Okay.
You also might surmise that unpetrifying someone that has been petrified for thousands of years, they might, it's unclear, but they may have died while being petrified.
And I'd really hate to know what would happen to anyone who's like, lost limbs and stuff while being stone, and then being unpetrified would probably not fix that.
I definitely wants to know what's gonna happen, but I don't know if my curiosity outweighs my my fear as to how they react.
Yeah, I say we talk to the person we know is like alive and waiting for us, and then these people are not going anywhere. So we can come back if we would like to.
It's like
Really?
their situation is not going to change in the time it's going to take for us to see what's going on.
Like, they're not going anywhere. Really? You don't think they're gonna go on vacation to the Bahamas while we're gone?
I've never heard of that place.
The fantasy Bahamas, fantasy sandals.
Oh, Fantasy Bahamas. I know where those are.
So as you're discussing this, you start to hear some squeaking and screeching rusting metal. And you hear the click of some marble statuary being kind of kicked away.
All right, high alert. What direction did that come from?
Came from the street to the west of you.
I think we should probably find the palace.
I want to check out what that
Before
was,
whatever.
though.
What if that's the person we have to meet?
If you're gonna try and sneak over there, I'm going to stay here so that I don't disrupt that.
Sounds good. I want to sneak over there and see what's making that noise.
Ophelia, what are you doing?
I'm gonna follow Adara.
Okay, can both of you give me a stealth check, please?
Oh, can't wait for this to go wrong.
Aggregate 20.
Nice.
Okay.
I got a 13 again, surprisingly. Thank you, Jess.
Okay. Perfect. As you are walking, or how are you sneaking? Are you like doing the crouch walk, like the Skyrim thing?
Well, if
Yes.
it's a street over, I'm kind of hoping that there's like kind of between two buildings that we can like duck behind and like hug a wall and stuff. So if we're just doing the like don't be suspicious, then like I don't know if that's gonna go great.
I mean, you can do what you want. Ophelia's gonna crouch walk behind you, just like,
All right. Adara gets halfway down, just kind of turns back and looks at her, and then is like, all right. Keeps going.
Crouching successfully, you see 5 humanoid shaped, heavily armored beings patrolling these streets. The armor is very rusted and squeaks when they walk. And as they walk, you notice that I'm just going off of Adara's absurdly high passive. You see that there's not, at some points where the armor's broken, you don't see the limbs connecting the pieces of the armor to each other.
Is there anything, or is it like it looks empty?
It looks empty.
All
I
right.
love enchanted armor so much.
So
Good.
are they heading like in the direction of the palace or away from the palace or like perpendicular to?
Perception check.
Sure. That is a 21.
Oh, I got a 19. Hey.
Nice.
Gotta keep rolling with this die tonight.
So as you're walking, you see that there are several groups of these enchanted armors that seem to serve as patrols for the city. So this one is walking this direction, and from far away, you can just see another one coming up another street.
All right. I'm gonna whisper to Ophelia that it looks like they're patrolling. I think we need to get back to Shy before one of them finds her, and then proceed discreetly.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can go back discreetly.
All right. Hey, Shy. There's a bunch of empty animate armor patrolling the entire city. That's what that was, and also there's more around. So I recommend we just kind of do our best to not get caught. Maybe just like, hold your armor like down against you so it doesn't clank as much. And then we can walk really like slowly.
Okay, well actually, would you say this counts as a mountainous area?
I would say that you do not gain any terrain or environmental benefits in this area.
Okay.
Because it specifies in the text.
Alright, that's fine.
Uh,
So you wish me to... Wait, actually I have chainmail on. I don't have actual armor, so that shouldn't...
shaky.
Great, perfect.
I'm just not really good at stealth, that's the thing.
That's fine. I can...
I mean, I was gonna say, if you want, I can hold distractions in the opposite direction of where we're gonna be going.
I mean, it's probably not an issue. I'll just go a little bit like ahead and keep an eye out for them, and then we can duck around if we need to. I don't know how good their noticing powers are.
Well, let's hope that that they aren't that observant.
I'm gonna like lean over to Shy and be like, I'm probably gonna do it anyway because I really don't want to fight any of these.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if Adara's gonna go on ahead, I'm gonna kind of like follow behind. I guess the best way I'm thinking about this is that it's Adara, Shy, and Ophelia, so it's like a Shy sandwich.
Which?
Sandwich. And then as far as I can get it within the 30 feet range, I am going to essentially cast Thaumaturgy. So I'm gonna use the one where it's like you create instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice, and I'm gonna have it sound like people are walking around in a direction that is not in our direction.
Okay, give me I guess a performance or deception check to go along with that.
Okay.
You could definitely make the sound.
Okay.
I just want to see how long it will delay them for.
Okay.
How convincing can you make this?
How convincing can I make this? Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I always forget that I have this thing where I just add d10s to things, because that actually really helps. That's a 14 for either of them. It's the same for me.
Okay. That is, so tell me about your incredibly wildly convincing fireworks show, because they have a super big negative modifier, and I rolled really low.
Okay, I just would love for it essentially to sound, I'm so sad we can't play the sound because it's copyright, but I really want it to be like a don't be suspicious thing, but it sounds like really loud footprints going in the opposite direction. While someone is like humming, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious.
It's like,
Yep.
So as you all sneak forward with Ophelia doing that, you hear loud clanking and rusting as if you looked behind you, you could see several of these animated armor start to run and just slam fists at various statuary and buildings trying to get to this sound.
All right, go faster, go faster.
Yeah, I'm really glad we're not gonna play rock, paper, scissors with those guys.
You arrive at a statue of a beautiful woman. Yes, it is a fountain, but in the middle of it is a statue of a beautiful woman. The fountain is dry and quite large. It's 30 feet diameter. And carved in the bottom is something written in an ancient language.
oh, which one?
Pygmalion.
Ah.
But if only someone had the linguist feature.
Oh, guess what? I do.
Shy is very prepared for this adventure.
I was gonna say,
I've been preparing for this adventure my whole life.
Hey, there are other things you could do to translate this, but Shy would also probably be the one to do them. Succeed on a DC 20 history check.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
So Shy, you can translate this fairly easily. Says, dedicated to the king's fair daughter Galatea, may she continue inspiring the sudden pilgrimage of princes from afar for many years to come.
That's such a weird flex.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is really. I mean, there were rumors that this was probably what caused the conflict that ended up destroying this place. I wonder if they had too many princes coming.
Huh.
See her?
That'd be.
Are there any stories about what happened to her?
I don't believe I remember anything about what exactly happened to her.
Well, regardless,
So maybe we'll find out.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to put on a statue.
Yeah. Like, looking at this, like, that is a very odd thing to put on the statue. Like, wow, thanks, Galatea, for bringing the boys to the yard. May you keep doing that.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Thank you for your contribution to our city.
Thank you for bringing more people that we now have to house and feed. Cool.
Not only that, but it sounds like it's like in anticipation of them possibly marrying her, which
Yeah, thanks for being
presumably.
hot.
Well, alright. It's weird, weird fountain inscription, but, seems not applicable to our, trek to the palace presently, so onward.
Yeah, but at least it's an indication we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Beyond the statue, you see the entrance to the palace and a few more rusty automatons that are patrolling the streets.
So I feel like, if we just time it, we can probably just walk on by them.
So let's try sneaking.
Yeah.
If you guys want, either way, I am prepared and not at the same time. Either way.
My main concern from last time is that the footsteps you made were, like, very close to us. Which was then a little stressful. So if they, like, had come in from our direction to come at the sounds, then they would have been like, ah, we found them. So we might try just waiting for them, like, give them a second so we can see what their pattern is, and then just, like, go when they're not here.
Shy, have you ever had any of these these magical things hanging around the monastery?
I think I may have heard of these before. Do you want me to make a roll?
Yeah, sure.
I mean,
You can give me a history or arcana check.
Because I was gonna say, I think we've actually encountered this, like,
Yeah,
Ophelia and
I've-
Shy together.
You have.
Ayadara was there also, because I remember fist fighting in armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do remember that with the rug and everything.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking this is the same thing, but it looks like this is maybe a little bit more elaborate. Arcana 17.
Okay. Yeah, this is the exact same thing that you've fought in the room full of hell objects. And you know that they can be incapacitated if the magic that powers them is removed.
So, like, dispel the
is
armor.
Good to know. Unfortunately,
But apart from that, they just kind of go forever until, they are not capable of doing that anymore.
Ophelia, do you have dispel magic by chance?
I almost did.
I went with detect rather than dispel, so yeah, looks like we're stuck sneaking past them or fighting them.
Yeah, I mean, again, they don't seem super observant.
Yeah, you could give me, if you're going to stay in one place, you can just kind of hide and wait. Or if you want to try and sneak past them, I'll have y'all give me a stealth check.
So, I mean, my proposed plan was to, like, wait and kind of wait for them to, like, go by and then go.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Would that be, like, wait and then roll, or would that based on that plan, do we roll a stealth check?
You would not roll a stealth check
Okay.
to do that, because you would just be waiting for them to go by.
All right.
Yeah, I say go with the Dara's plan. Sounds great.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna invent a check for myself, though, to see if maybe another group is coming up behind you while you do that.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, and we go, discreetly.
Noises of fear.
You hear some clanking coming up behind you, but you make it successfully into the palace.
Yay!
Ooh.
Yeah.
The D100 did not do you dirty today.
Yes. Unlike last time when we tried to roll magic items and we had to do it like 4 times.
Oh my god.
A single lit torch welcomes you to the palace, and you swiftly notice more. A path left for you to follow through the ruins. As you go, you find more and more statues. Some of these are less eroded than others, and you recognize styles of clothing from different nations throughout history. Eventually, you push through a narrow corridor crowded with stone figures and find yourself in the throne room. Here, there are easily 100 of the eerie sculptures, and all seem as though they've been petrified in the midst of battle. Archers eternally knock their arrows, mages permanently recite words from tomes, and at the back of the room, a woman sits on the throne.
Do any of them seem like they're wearing, like, modern clothing?
I would say, give me an investigation check. Or history. History makes more sense.
Ah,
I'm just thinking
dang.
about how funny
History
of a
to recognize
question
modern
that is.
clothes?
Fine, investigation.
Yay.
That's such a funny question, given the fact that you're wearing, like, fantasy, like, Nike gear.
Yep. That's an 11.
So it's hard to tell. You see some people wearing what would basically be suitable 50 to 100 years ago, but it's hard to tell if it's retro or not.
Ah.
Are these guys hippies? Are these guys hipsters?
Like if it's somebody wearing an A-line dress because, you know, they're flattering or because she's actually a 1950s housewife.
Freaking
you know,
vintage
fantasy.
wearers.
I know, hipsters, they ruin everything, don't they?
Alright, that's fine. So, I guess, like, team we're approaching, I guess, right? And just, you know, being ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, is this the person you said you're gonna meet in a tower? I didn't get a letter. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I believe this is where they said they would meet us, so I assume we are in the right place.
I'm just gonna
On the
proactively...
throne, the woman...
Oh, I'm gonna
go
proactively
ahead.
not be looking at her.
Okay.
Just in case.
So, on the throne, the woman is wearing long robes and a black blindfold. As well as a snood or hairnet. It seems to be moving a bit.
A snood, I love it.
I thought you said a snoot, and I'm like, a dog snoot.
No. She appears unarmed.
Alright, hello?
As soon as you say that, she kind of sits up straight. Visitors, you got my letter. Please,
yes.
come in.
We have your letter and the key.
Please, you're probably curious why I hired you.
Yes.
I require your assistance to get into the vault. I have the other half of the key. So now that you're here, we can open the vault and remove this. And she removes the snood from her head, and you see what you probably expected, which is a whole bunch of writhing snake hair.
Remove. Is it a curse?
Yes. I was a princess here long ago. I was young. I had suitors. They came in droves from neighboring kingdoms. Most of them were tiresome, but a few were not. But it was decided that I was an embarrassment. I was immoral, a libertine, and the court wizard did this to me as a punishment. At that, the snakes coil around her neck and hiss. But her anger quickly subsides and the snakes kind of retract and go back to just looking like almost pin curls on her head. I'd never wished harm on anyone in my life, but it wasn't long before I brought the whole kingdom to its knees. I stayed here, exiled from the world in a great cemetery of my own people. I think that my punishment may have been too great.
It does seem exceptionally harsh.
When the city fell, I saw the court wizard lock himself in the vault. I'm convinced that his magic kept him alive. Besides, if he died, I'm sure this would fall. So I want to get in there, and kill him. You can take any treasure you like.
Before that, have you had anyone try to remove the curse by spell?
No, most people, and she gestures out to the statues around her, says, have come for the vault and seen me and immediately tried to kill me.
Well, before risking ourselves against a wizard who may or may not be in the vault, I would like a chance to try and remove the curse.
By all means.
May I have your hand?
She reaches out, but doesn't take your hand. You get that she cannot see you beyond the blindfold.
Shai will put her hand underneath and will try removing the curse.
Nothing happens.
Ruh-roh.
I'm gonna say that would have been a short adventure.
We've done it before.
Well, I had to try.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Now we gotta go into the vault.
Is he alive like a lich? Or...
Why would he need to be a lich? I mean, it's been a few decades, but certainly nothing that would require phylactery. I mean, I know it feels like an eternity to me not talking to anyone, but it can't have been more than, 40 years?
No.
I'm fairly certain it's been longer than that.
Oh.
Do you want to know? It's been a while.
Well, I mean, I suppose time flies when you're sitting alone in the burial grounds of your entire kingdom. But there's plenty of treasure inside the vault. And I'm sure that, 20 or 30 years, give or take, hasn't rotted it at all.
I'm sure. Well, I'm certain that we shall find some answers in this vault, at the very least.
Yeah, regardless, the fact that it's locked makes it a challenge.
Well, now that you're here, you can help me get there. And then we can get through together. Get past the, warden.
Shai will offer her arm.
She will take that.
Yeah, when you say the warden, are we talking about the wizard, or are we talking about another one of the big clang-clangy armor people that are just kind of roaming the grounds?
A very big clang-clangy armor thing. My father was very much a fan of mechanics.
A very large mechanical construct.
Do you know any details about, like, how it works, or if it's got, like, a power source in the middle? That would be good to know about. Does it like breathe fire or?
I know that it's bound to the caster. So as long as the caster has its amulet, it will serve its purpose.
All right. Good, that's useful. Onward?
Shall we?
Yeah.
Yes, let's.
I'll go in front. It feels weird to lead the way, but also I'd rather something hit me first instead of you.
I'll follow.
All right. Just let me know if I start going the wrong direction.
I can feel my way around, but it is good to have backup in case something goes wrong.
I know the
Alright.
feeling.
Let's travel to a vault.
So you start winding through these hallways. It takes a little bit of time. There is some decrepit statuary. And there's a couple areas that you have to double back because the building has just collapsed in certain places. Eventually, though, you find a staircase that leads down. Part of the staircase is broken and covered with statues that are also somewhat broken. So please give me an athletics or acrobatics check to get down there.
I'm a fighter. I'm great at these.
I'm a cleric. I'm not great at these.
Yeah, not all of us can be the favorite, Adora.
It's my turn to be the favorite. Shy had her moment, and now it's me.
Okay. Yep. But you know what? I'm used to following you around, Adara. I got an 18.
I got a
there you go.
19.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet!
This isn't fine, it is falling with style and poise.
Which one of you is going to help Galatea down?
I will.
Okay. So, you leap successfully over the broken statuary and the missing stairs. And you arrive beneath the palace. There are broken statues littering the way, but you see them easily. You can point them out to Galatea. She can get over them. And you arrive at the vault. And there is what looks like an animated armor there, but it is massive. While they were about your size, this is at least twice your height.
Mm.
Yeah, if it's twice Adara's height.
Snake
12
staff,
feet tall.
Snake staff. By a 20-foot long snake.
So is it like is it blocking the vault or is it off to the side?
It is blocking the vault.
Is it doing anything?
It is standing in front of the vault.
I'm deleting word. Hey, you are Galatea, correct?
Yes.
What? Do we have to fight the thing, or can we just, like, drive it off and push it out of the way?
It's bound to defend the vault.
Okay.
It won't stop until it's commanded to not. And as far as I know, the command amulet is inside.
Wow, that's extremely inefficient.
Well, I didn't
checking.
expect the court wizard to run inside.
Just checking.
fair.
What's your wizard's name?
Oh, I don't really recall.
All right.
It's been, a few years.
It has been a bit. Okay, that's fine.
You don't
So-
have any strong feelings toward the thing, do you?
Like, if we dismantle
Sure.
it, it's not going to break your heart.
No, that's why I brought you here.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Just wanted to make sure that there wasn't any lingering feelings or hope that you could rebuild it for yourself or anything like that.
So, Adara, do you feel like biting metal today?
Absolutely.
If you would like Galatea to join in the fight, I can give one of you her stat block, and one of you can play with her. Otherwise, you can ask her to sit out the battle.
I think I would rather have her sit out the battle, just put her...
I was gonna say, yeah. Which would she prefer?
Put her in a kind of defensible position.
I feel
Okay.
like we got this.
Let's say before coming down, she would have grabbed her short sword and longbow from behind the throne. Forgot to mention that.
What a queen.
But
Love
yes.
that for her. She's got him in close range.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, yeah, whatever she picks, although, yeah, we would prefer to defend the person that we're trying to help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's like, after all, she hired us to do a thing, so we should do the thing.
Like, if she wants to
Yeah.
throw hands, I'm not going
So-
to tell her no, but, like, I'm also not going to watch her get killed.
So how are you approaching this fun creature?
If we know we're gonna attack it, I'll just charge it.
Hey,
Should we just roll
Idara,
initiative?
Idara, do you want me to hit it with a guiding bolt first?
Absolutely. You do that as I'm running. It'll look really cool.
Okay, will do.
And I'm going to be the only one who's going to be able to see it out of us.
Okay.
Wow.
So, do we want to
Give
do
me that
this
guiding bolt.
guiding bolt?
It is time.
So that would be a 23 to hit,
Oh yeah, that hits.
and I'm gonna go ahead for 6. So that's 16 points of radiant damage, and it is now glowing. So Adara's next attack on it gets advantage.
Yes.
Okay. 16 points, you said?
Yep, 16.
All right, Adara, go give me that attack on it, and then we will roll initiative.
Oh boy. Is it capital L large?
It is indeed capital L large.
Probably pretty strong, right? Well,
It's
that's
fairly strong.
yeah. Just in case, I'm gonna have it make me a strength
Okay.
saving throw, as I'm gonna try to trip it.
Okay.
It's a 26 to hit.
That will hit. It has... I can do math. That's an 18 on the strength save.
You just pass. Bleh, that's cocked. All right, then you will take 20 points of magic silvered slashing damage.
Sweet.
So just take it out at the thigh a bit, but then it doesn't fall over because it's big and strong.
All right. Let us roll some initiative.
Hey, boy.
So, Ophelia, you got your snake out, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a neck.
It did not roll a good initiative.
Natural 20 for initiative, so 24.
Shit.
Okay. So I rolled initiative for myself and for my snake.
Okay.
Snake, unsurprisingly, has done significantly better than me. Snake got a 12, I got a 6.
Okay. What about Shy?
Should I got a
yes.
7?
Okay.
Mm.
Everywhere you look. No, 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 no,
Um,
no. Great, love that.
It's fine.
Everything is fine.
okay. Adara, you are up.
All right, I'm just gonna go ham on this thing. So
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
are.
take 2 more swings with my scimitar, and
Do it.
I'll bet it can't be menaced. But I felt like that last trip attempt was like pretty close to working, so I'm gonna do that again.
Okay.
That is
That was really close. I think you're gonna trip it because my die was on a 17 and then it flipped over to a 7.
perfect,
Oh,
and that's a 22
winning.
to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. So
Yay.
what is the save now? Because I assume it's strength is great.
That's an 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it falls prone.
Jeez.
And takes 14 points of damage.
Okay.
Now my melee attacks against it have advantage.
Yay.
So I make my
Hey.
second swing. That is a 23 to hit.
Okay.
Please take another 12 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna action surge because I feel like it's not gonna get more convenient than this. So that is a 21 to hit.
Yes.
Cool. Please take
Yay.
14 points of magic silver slashing damage.
Okay.
And next attack. Love to be a fighter. Ooh, does a 18 hit?
No.
All right.
You're about to hit it, actually, and then it knocks you away with its shield.
Oh, rude. All right, and then with my bonus action, I will bite the armor.
Ooh, I like it.
That is a 24 to bite.
Oh, you know what? Wait, it can't use that shield on itself, just against the wearer of its amulet. So I lied.
Oh,
You can hit that.
yay! All right. So the
I misread a spell thing.
cool. So the scimitar is 11
Oh,
points of
good
damage.
What was the scimitar? You said 17.
Um,
To hit
11
it?
points of damage. Oh, wait, to hit that was an 18.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would hit. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So 11 points of damage for that, and then the bite was a 24. So that is another.
Yes, that will hit.
That's another 12 points of magic damage.
Okay.
Not silvered this time. Idara does not have veneers.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay.
It's prone now.
It is Snake's turn.
Yay, snack. What I would love for this snake to do is I would love for the snake to go and try to constrict around this construct's ankles to constrict its movements. So let's see. Snake, can you do this? I believe in you, buddy. Oh, that's gonna be an 11. That's not gonna happen.
That will not happen.
You poor little buddy. At least you're trying. You know what? You're fine.
Snake just slides over its feet.
Yes, like a little noodle. Like a little cooked noodle.
Snake goes like right for the knee joint and is like, "There's nothing here."
It is Shy's turn.
All right, so I'm going to bring out the book
Okay.
and try and hit him with it.
Yes. So good.
Okay, so that is 26 to hit.
That will hit. Y'all are so good at hitting.
We are, aren't we? Let me just check on the 8. 6 points of damage,
Okay.
and I'm also going to go ahead and cast Sacred Flame.
Okay.
So must succeed on a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That would be a 7.
Yeah, does not make that, so takes another d8 of radiant damage. Wait, actually 2 of those. So that's 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, Jessica, that's not correct. There we go. Alright, anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
Okay. So. So. It is now the Shield Guardian's turn. And it stands. First thing it does is stand up.
Oh, it was sitting on the ground this whole time.
Yeah. And as it stands up, you see some of the armor start to knit back together on it.
Yucky.
It's going to try and hit Adara because she roughed it up real good.
Yeah.
And I think they're both gonna hit because I think a 22 will hit you.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna try and punch you twice.
Oh my
And
god.
both of them hit. So the first one is 12 bludgeoning damage, and then the second hit is... That was weird. Also 12 bludgeoning damage, but with the different numbers on the die.
All right.
And then it blasts out fire through its helmet, and a ring of fire encircles it.
I asked about this, and she didn't warn us.
She didn't know.
That's
and
fine.
all of you will have to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
I was gonna
Sure.
say, yeah, like, to be fair, how is she supposed to know? They never planned on having this thing actually probably be
Yep.
put to use.
That is a 24.
You are good.
Okay. I rolled a 20, and then my snake got a critical failure, so that's a 3.
Okay.
Poor little buddy. I'm sorry.
buddy.
I got a
Oh, boy.
15.
Sorry, bye.
Okay. Oh my god, it didn't tell me that. Oh yeah, I know what it is.
Poor little sneaky boy.
Sorry, it was a 24, a critical failure, a 3?
The 3 was the critical failure.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What did Ophelia get?
I got a 20.
A 20. And what did Shy get?
A 15.
Okay. Cool.
We're doing our best here.
Yeah. You all except the snake succeeded, which means you're only gonna take half damage, which means you only take a quarter damage.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
Tiefling powers activate.
Aw.
But this means that Ophelia and I can do Hellish Rebuke.
Mm-hmm.
Yes! Yes!
Oh,
Is this a
sorry,
melee
D8.
attack?
No.
It's not.
This
That's
is a magic fire attack.
Imagine how nice that would be. It'd be like, oh, is it? Suplexes it.
fine.
Okay, cool.
I love
So
the idea
that
of this machine
is
going, fire, and then we're like,
16.
no, you. Fire.
21 is the total, and you're
Okay, so-
taking a quarter of that.
So
So, like-
5.
5.
Yeah, that was really not that bad.
Okay, and Snake is taking half
But it's
of
just
that.
there forever.
Well,
Snake is
Snake
taking
took-
the full 21.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Snake crit failed.
Okay.
Oh,
is-
Snake crit failed.
Ooh,
Snake
yeah.
is gonna take 42.
Okay, it's fine.
Ooh.
Buddy is okay. Buddy is fine.
Okay.
But he is
Now it is
still alive.
Ophelia's turn. Oh wait, you were gonna hellish rebuke it.
Yeah, we're both
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Give me some rebuking.
You have to do a dex saving throw for us, though.
Okay.
Which is the good shit.
That is a 17 and a 12.
For who and who?
I will say to the left, 17 for Ophelia and a 12 for Shy.
Okay.
Okay. Does
Taking-
not make it for Shy, so that's 12 points of fire damage.
Okay, you're taking half then from me, because you did succeed. I do this, what is it? I do this at the second level, though, which is kind of nice. So, let me add another, I gotta get another d10. Where's my other d10? All of a sudden, I am blind. Taking, does damage roll, round up or down in 5e? I forget. Because I
Down.
rolled a 15, so you're taking 7 points.
Okay, yes.
I always forget if damage rolls up or down. Okay, cool.
How much for Shy?
It was 12.
Oh, okay, thank you. And then it is Ophelia's turn.
Oh, okay. Am I allowed to do my bonus action before my normal action?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So for that, I am going to, I'm going to do something which is going to be very good for this. I am going to cast Spirit Shroud upon myself,
Okay.
which, this is something now I get at level 7, which is very cool. So that's one of my, spell slots. So essentially, I'm going to pretty much look like it's kind of like a bunch of black skeletal hands look like they're grabbing onto her, and then they come together and look like she's wearing a jacket.
Oh.
And then from there, how close am I to this thing?
Well, you jumped away from the fire.
Okay.
So I would say that you're at least 20 feet away.
Okay, I would like to move closer so I am within 10 feet of it.
You will have to walk through fire to do that.
That is
But
okay
you
with
can
me.
do that.
That does not bother me.
Okay.
Because that also means I can reduce its speed by 10 feet per round. And then from there, I am going to do my last action of this entire nonsense. And I am going to cast Toll the Dead.
Nice.
So, the automaton now has to make a wisdom saving throw.
He's not smart.
Yeah, I kind of assumed, given the fact that it is, a big piece of metal. And it doesn't have a brain.
So,
or other organs.
that's a 2.
Yeah, okay, cool. And it is missing hit points, correct?
It is.
Okay, cool.
Let me get your fire damage.
Yeah, that's cool. I never use my d12s. I was like, what does a d12 look like? I'm absolutely exhausted. Okay, so you are taking 13 points of necrotic damage from Toll the Dead.
You are going to take 12 points of fire damage. That is reduced by you being a tiefling.
Okay. So you are taking 13 points of necrotic damage from Toll the Dead.
Okay.
You are also... Where is it? Where is it? There it is. You are also going to take an additional... what is it? You're also going to take an additional 2d8 of necrotic damage because
Ooh.
I have the Spirit Shroud, and that gives me extra damage for things.
That's so badass.
You're also going to take an additional 12 points of necrotic damage, and it also cannot regain hit points anymore until the start of my next turn.
So, Ophelia, how do you want to do this?
Yay!
Yes! Yes! I'm just trying to think, because what I would like to imagine that, largely because this damage is starting as the Toll the Dead, I would love for it to just, all of a sudden you hear a massive tolling of a bell that sounds like a church bell, and essentially from there and the, skeletal jacket Ophelia is wearing, its hands seem to come off of it and grab at the automaton and drain life out of it before returning back to her. And returning
I love it so
jacket.
much.
Pastel Goth Ophelia, we did it. We did it, folks.
Yay!
Yes!
And the shield guardian collapses, fully drained, into your goth jacket.
Used to like an orange. Oh.
Ahead of you, you see a 10-foot tall circular marble door set into the stone. Its face is patterned with tarnished brass and copper cogs, wheels, and springs. And at the very center of the door is a small circular hole.
So, if we know we're fighting like a number of year old wizard in there, do we want to take a quick knee before we pop it open?
I would prefer to be yes.
All right, yeah, I kind of figured. It seemed like you were doing a lot, but related. Good job.
Thank you.
Yes, that was very impressive.
Thank you. Learning new things, it's always fun. Oh. Okay.
Shai's not feeling particularly tired, so we'll probably start examining the door.
Okay.
Making
Give me
sure
an
there are no
investigation check
traps.
on it.
Okay.
Or, yeah, give me investigation or, yes, investigation check, please.
Investigating, yes.
Ophelia and Adara are gonna start taking a short rest.
Yes, we're gonna do
Go
this
right ahead.
while Shai's going for it, you know?
That's a 24.
Okay. So you see that this is there's the keyhole in the middle, but around the keyhole are magic glyphs, as if to prevent someone from tampering with the lock. For example, if you did not use the key.
Okay, since we're planning on using the key, that would, that is a good thing. And there's nothing else really significant about the door?
No, it seems to, well, it's 2-foot thick marble. And it seems to be magically and mechanically sealed. But as you were investigating it, you could tell that it would be, yes, having the key would let you bypass the magical entrance.
Okay, that's good. So, I think I will, have a discussion with our benefactor, let the other two rest for a bit.
Okay.
Just be like, okay, the way to the door is clear, and, it looks like the key will bypass the magical protections. I don't see any other traps on there, but that's not my area exactly.
You were amazing. You all defeated the Guardian, and I heard the spell, and it got so hot. And I mean, I wasn't looking past the blindfold for your safety, but it sounded pretty amazing.
It's like,
We could... Oh, go ahead.
I'm very glad you think so. Have to admit, Ophelia was pretty impressive. I hadn't seen her use that spell before.
We can finally get in there and give that good-for-nothing wizard what for. Maybe put the curse on him or something. He's left me out here for 50 years to rot. I'll show him what it's like.
Yep, as soon as my compatriots have finished resting, we shall open the door and see what has become of this wizard.
And we are going to take a quick rest ourselves. We are going to take like a 5-minute break, get a stretch, get a water. We will be right back and open this vault.
Woo! See you soon.
Shake, shake, shake.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Threeflings. We are playing The Fall of Pygmalion by S.T. Mantle from Uncaged Volume 3. And after some valiant, very gothy fighting by Ophelia, they have defeated the Shield Guardian and are in front of the vault with Galatea the Medusa.
Have we finished our short rest?
Yeah.
Yay! All right.
I think it's time to open this door.
Agree. Have you checked it for traps?
Yes, it does seem to have some traps, but only if you don't have the key, which we have.
All right. Anticlimactic, but let's go.
Oh,
Galatea holds out her half of the key to you.
Shy will take the half. Do they connect together, or is it...
They actually slap together like magnets.
Oh,
nice.
that's cool. And I will go to open the door.
Placing the key in the keyhole, you see the mechanisms on the face of the door clanking, grinding, and ratcheting, and it makes a very loud, booming sound that could be heard for 300 feet, shall we say, if anyone was in the area.
Okay,
It-
I'm going to say anyone in the vault has probably heard that, so, Idara, be ready for anything.
I have angled myself so that I can be first through the door.
It takes 30 seconds for all of these springs to unspring. At which point you hear the last why do I want to say banner? Last bolt click into place. And then the door swings open silently.
I'm in front.
Okay.
Make that clear.
You see a large well, first it's the first thing that hits you is just the smell of must. It smells old, like as you might expect in a room that hasn't been aired out in over 2,000 years.
Over 50
Shy loves
years.
the smell.
Yeah. Y'all need
You
some
hear-
Clorox.
Your footfalls echoing, and you enter a long, narrow stone room beyond the vault door. Coins and gemstones sparkle brilliantly in the dim, magical light within. A skeleton, adorned with a thin crown, rests on a pile of gold at the far end of the vault. From here, you can see beneath the robes, there is an amulet that one might use to, say, command a shield guardian.
Is the skeleton moving?
No.
Is there anything nearby that can fit in a hand?
There's like so much treasure.
All right, I want to grab just like a goblet and just like chuck it at the skeleton to see if it does anything.
I was gonna say, if you would have wanted, I could have taken out my crossbow and just gone thunk.
I mean, I have a bow. This is more fun.
That's fair. It probably is.
You throw it at the skeleton, and the bone that it hits, let's say the hand bone, crumbles into dust.
All right.
Behind you, you hear Galatea going, What's happening? What? Is he there?
He's a skeleton, but he seems like a regular skeleton and not an undead skeleton.
And I'm not certain that this is the person we're looking for.
That too.
Can we get a description?
So I was a little... It wasn't the court wizard that did this to me. My father, King Ovid, was an accomplished spellcaster. He controlled the automatons, and he did this. He'd be wearing a crown and sigil of office.
And the amulet to control the golem?
Gold with a gem, some sort.
Good news, bad news. Good news
Yes?
is I think we perhaps have found your father.
Good. Can we kill him?
That's the bad news. It seems he's already dead. Has been for
Taken
some
care
time.
of.
Which is, yeah, I guess good. Yeah.
It hasn't been that long. Surely his magic could keep him alive for a century at least, maybe even 2 or 3.
I think it has been a lot longer than that.
Like 20?
Just out of curiosity, how long do I really want to say Gorgons. How long do Medusas in D&D usually live for?
Until they die.
Oh, so they're just like,
It's a curse of immortality.
yeah, they're functionally immortal. Okay.
I want to check out that skeleton, see if there's anything else there.
Okay.
Yeah, Idara is also on her way over there in case it does wake up.
I am going to make my way over there, but I'm also going to offer to help lead Galatea in if she would like to come in and see what's happening.
Yeah. Galatea will follow, and as she's walking with you, you hear her start to hyperventilate, like she's realizing how long this has been and starting to freak out.
You need anything?
You weren't lying. It's really been thousands of years. So even if all this was removed, I would just die. So it's live like this or die. Everyone I knew in other kingdoms is dead because my dad didn't like the people that I dated and how I dated them.
So,
Oh, how's it going on the skeleton over there?
What are you doing with the skeleton?
making sure it's
What are you
just a
looking at
regular
with
dead
him?
guy?
It is
should I-
a regular dead guy in a crown, rich robes, and the command amulet around its neck. His left
Okay.
hand is resting on an ancient spellbook.
Going to have to take a look at the spell book and probably take that amulet just in case any more automatons come in, and perhaps it can help us with that.
Mm-hmm.
So the book. Is there anything interesting inside that?
Give me a dexterity check to open it without it crumbling to dust, please.
Do you want help turning the pages?
Can't. It's like we've already established that Chai has tools for these. Can I
Can use your tools.
use my tools?
Mm-hmm. To get proficiency with it. Yep.
All right. So dexterity plus proficiency. That would be 23.
Oh yeah, this is old hat for you.
Mm-hmm.
You see that in here is the spell Wall of Fire, Mass Suggestion, and Delayed Blast Fireball. You also can tell that this book is too old to be taken out. So if you wanted to learn these spells, you would have to copy them while in here.
Well, I could easily copy them down into a book in here. I might not be able to use them myself, but it might be useful for somebody else.
I can just imagine giving Brooks access to delayed blast fireball.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that might be interesting.
Like the one wizard that you've met.
That's interesting, but no, like, letter and no dispel curse, no...
Nope. Those are the only
Nothing.
people that you can that haven't like worn away.
Well,
Is there anything like else on his person that seems like it could be important, for lack of a better word?
As soon as you touch his body, the bones crumble into dust. And the clothing fades into wisps and ash. And only his crown and amulet remain.
Jeez.
Well, we could take these back to ourselves.
Galatea?
I mean,
Oh.
Galatea, but also, like, she said we could keep any treasure, so...
well...
We should at least,
If you
like,
want some time, there's plenty in here you could loot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
We
like,
will,
if
but-
she wants these, then...
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ophelia's making the help me eye contact, so I feel like maybe we should go back over there.
I'm like, I'm good at this, but I'm not that good at this.
Yeah...
Maybe if we walk really slowly, it'll be resolved by the time we get over there.
I'm giving Adara the look of like, please.
Fuck, fine.
So, what? I mean, is it better to live like this, or just? I mean, it's really been thousands of years. I don't even know if there is a cure. Have you ever found a cure, Ophelia?
Have we?
I don't...
I
Not...
didn't think so.
No, I guess...
Not for this particular one. There was another that was under a curse, but...
There was one you did cure.
But...
That was a different thing, though.
Mhm.
It was like a temporary.
Yeah, it's like, but also... The remove curse spell worked that time, and it didn't this time.
Yeah.
So, we have met several people with your same condition who have, like... who are currently living, like, fulfilling lives. Like, our friend is dating one of them. This doesn't have to, like... It's not over for you. You can go out and do shit.
Won't people try and kill me on sight as a monster?
I mean, depending
Some
on where
might,
you
but
go.
they're usually terrible people.
Yeah, it really depends. Like, we have a friend who lives in like a little community of Medusas and other people who are like very cool with just living with them.
Yeah, honestly, we know a couple. We can probably give you directions to, like, you know, the nearest one and also a backup one if you, like, don't gel with them.
Yeah, we also know a village that has created an alliance with harpies.
Oh, we know a lot of communes.
Yeah, how do you feel about, animal trafficking? Because that's another route you could go.
I never thought about it. I was raised to be a queen, and then my kingdom rotted, and I thought time passed faster than I thought it did. Are queens even still a thing?
Oh, yeah.
In
Yeah.
some places.
Okay. Have people heard of Pygmalion?
Mostly in legends and stories.
What I've gathered,
Hmm.
yes.
Shy had, but she's also, like, a historian.
Okay.
You know, you
Well-
could probably make a good amount of money, like, writing stories about this place. Sure, a lot of people would like to hear about it.
That's true.
Consider it. I would really appreciate any connections that you know of with your friends.
Yeah.
Of course.
I feel like the library might be the best fit for her. The one, you remember the library. The one where there was another fun tiefling who was like painting shit in the library, and we were like, this is a really crowded place for a library. It was a while ago.
Yes, I could write a recommendation.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be a good one. It's a little
Yeah,
more
there's a
like
lot.
civilized than some of our other friends, for lack of a better word.
Yeah,
It's like
also,
indoors. They probably
Yeah.
have climate control.
I think the library would be a good place for you to start too, especially if you wanted to start writing books.
Mm-hmm.
Start distributing them.
They've definitely got paper.
I can't thank you enough. I came here for help to kill my father, which I was, looking forward to doing. But didn't really want to, and now I've had my revenge taken from me. It seems like I've had everything taken from me.
Do you want to, like, smash this crown?
So much.
Alright, here's the crown. Here's my warhammer. Let me know if you need
I
help
won't
lifting
need
it,
that.
but like...
The snakes shoot out from her hair and just rip it to pieces.
Queen shit right there. Yeah.
She stands up a little straighter and stretches. Says that felt really nice.
It's like it might not have been the revenge that you wanted, but it's something.
It's something. Well, let's get out of this tomb, shall we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Take your time, get whatever you want.
alright, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll be waiting outside.
It's really dusty in here.
I'll offer her a wineskin so she has company.
I will also offer her, if she wants, Fred will make a conversation with the snakes on her head.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll offer her a crouton.
Make friends with our puppy and our frog. While we go loot.
I'm not sure Dante would appreciate snakes, so I think I'll just
Dante
keep
just
him
bats
on
at
my
them like little
shoulders.
strings.
I have a
It's
vision.
just like, no, you don't play with the snakes. No, don't do that.
Have a vision of like we opened the vault and it was like this wall of musty air and all the animals just
And
sneezed
nothing.
a bunch and we're like, we're waiting outside. We're not going in there.
Yeah, it's like the little dog sneeze where it's like,
Yeah.
it's like 20
it's-
minutes.
It's also a warg, so it's like choo.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you take some time in this vault, you can loot an inordinate number of gemstones, some platinum, gold, silver, copper, a necklace of fireballs, a cloak of protection, and a spell guard shield.
Oh my god, so many things.
Hmm.
Cloac of protection.
A
You know what?
cloaca of protection.
Yeah.
While they're doing that, I think I will try and copy down some of those spells in case, we run into Brooks at some point.
I was
We
going
do
to
that.
say, yeah, I'll have to look to see if I can learn any of them, because if I can, I might actually learn a few of them. I'm probably going to take a couple things and then, like, go and talk with Galateo, because there's not, like, a whole lot that's probably
Yeah.
useful here if it's just, like, money and stuff.
Yeah, but we could use some of the money to get her a new start.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
We should also just, take the things that we can, because they're ours now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, also any things that we leave here are just gonna get left.
Yep.
So,
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Idara says, shoving fistfuls of, like, miscellaneous clutter into her backpack.
I mean, yeah, Adara's probably gonna end up carrying a majority of it, especially because carry weight's a thing.
Yep.
Like, each gold coin might be 0.01 of a pound, but a bunch of those add up.
Oh, money doesn't cost anything.
Well, I
It's
have
D&D.
I have a 20 strength. I can carry anything. I know that's objectively not true, but
So, leaving with your new friend Galatea, accompanied by your pets, and so much richer. At the entrance of the palace, you encounter that same harried-looking tabaxi, who just says, "Oh, for fuck's sake, it's you." Slaps a letter in your hand and runs off again.
hi Harriet, bye Harriet.
How did she even
Thank you.
find us here? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, I'm pretty impressed. As she's running
Right.
away, I'm just like, tell your boss you deserve a raise.
Like, thanks.
Goes, I know that.
Also, like, speaking of how to find us, I feel like it'd be kind of hard not to miss the massive collapsing kingdom in the middle of nowhere.
I mean, ruins are ruins, you know? Like,
Well, yeah, but there's also the quicksand on the side of the road and
Yeah.
all the perils that.
yeah, what's with the green fog, Galatea?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
That wasn't me.
I mean, I figured, I just thought maybe you knew why it happened.
Yeah, like your dad might
So
have.
the rest of the world doesn't look like this.
It's,
Oh,
the
no.
air's a lot less green.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And that was the fall of Pygmalion.
Yay! A nice,
More
reasonable length one to make up for last week.
I was gonna say more friends for the commune.
Yay!
Yay!
What was the shield we got again?
That is the Spellguard shield.
Okay.
So, hey friends, stick around. We're going to do a raid. But first, let's find out where you can beat these wonderful Threeful. Starting with Ophelia. Who are you? Where can we find you in the real life?
Hey, I played Ophelia tonight. My name is Ink. You can find me on Twitter at TheseDeadPens, where I like to meme and stream about things. This week, hey, just because you're vaccinated, please continue to wash your hands, and also, respect other human beings. And people can be awful, but that doesn't mean you get to disrespect their personhood. That's my lesson for this week.
Shy, who are you in the real life? And where can we find you?
Hello, I am Zan Larson. I am an artist and illustrator, and I've illustrated a lot of things, including 3 out of the 4 volumes of Uncaged. And I also have an online store, which I sell prints of things. Sometimes adorable prints of tiny owlbear cubs in different sort of drinking vessels. And also cryptid bunnies in drinking vessels. And I will post a link to that in the chat in just a bit.
And Adara, who are you in the real life? Where can we find you?
I'm GwendyB all over the internet except Instagram, where I'm GwendyB_arts because GwendyB was taken. And I'm another illustrator. You can find me and posting my stuff on the Twitter. If you like art of plants and elves and stuff like that, check it out. If you like pictures that always set out to be nice and peaceful, and then I just throw something with glowing eyes and sharp teeth somewhere in it, check that out. That's my usual MO at this point.
And I'm Jess. You can find me on Twitter at Miss_Jess03. I have 2 Kickstarters going on right now. One of them is Tavern Tales. The other is Sirens, the City of Salvata. It's the big Satine Phoenix one, so you'll probably see it everywhere. Anyway, you can come play with me with Magpie Games, but you should come watch my Off the Table stream next Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. It is our finale. And after that, you should come back here next Friday for Threeflings when we are playing Lolth's Punishment by Katie Cunningham, which is again from Uncaged Volume 3. So join us for that. And thank you for spending your Fridays with us. We're going to go raid Critical Misses. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.